Hello, good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, and I think I might be a minute or so late. Yep, 1 minute. Let's see what's going on. So today, my regular Thursday, this is Toni. ToniStamps, Toni Tessler, that's all me. Boop, boop, boop. I've got a really cool project today. And yep, looking around. Let me just find the video so I can see any comments. Say hi if you're here. Nope, that's not it. Am I even live? Yep, okay. Videos. Like I said, say hi if you're here, whether you're watching here on Facebook later or YouTube later. Leave me a comment either way. Thumbs and hearts are good too. Why isn't this... let me try one more thing. And yeah, I realized I need to check my own notifications because apparently I'm not being notified myself. So when people post in my group, I like to see it. Oh, here we go. It would be nice if I got a notification, and apparently I'm not always, so I encourage you to check your notifications too. Click those three little dots if you're on Facebook, and make sure you're getting notified of whenever I go live. And then on YouTube, I think it's just there's like a little bell down here to the left, and you want to check that. So, okay, let's get started. First, I got a lovely card, sorry for your loss card from Sue. And I'm so glad that she used this pearlized paper because I have big plans for this stuff next week. I'm going to be using, I'm going to be showing you 2 different techniques using this pearlized paper next week. So I love that. With this is the new Sand and Sea suite and stamping on it, and then the die cut. It's just very pretty. And it's gray granite with the pearl. That's a good, I think, combo for sympathy cards. So let's get to today's project. Let me have a sip of coffee. So I'm calling this a floating triple pocket. Others call it just a triple pocket. So the floating, not floating, I think is not critical. But when you see, what I've learned is when you see the word floating in a project, it just means that it's freestanding. And especially with journaling, traveler's notebooks, those kind of things. Floating, this just means you can insert it in your notebook. Let me get my, reach for something. So you would just have it and, put it in your notebook. You could also put it in your planner. You can also use it not for journaling anything. This can be used as you can mail it to someone, so a card. So here's our triple pockets. We've got our front pocket that this is my prototype with old papers. I made 2 tags. The idea, you can journal on them, you can add pictures, you can do whatever you want. So there's our first pocket. Then here's our second pocket, a little side pocket. I like that. Now this one I added a piece of white on the back and did some very minimal stamping. Then our third pocket, what? It's on the back. So you can see here, I cut out a little pull tab. And again, I added a piece of white just in, so we can do some journaling. So that's the triple pocket, and we're going to use this 1 piece of designer series paper for the base. And measurements, I'm going to measure as we go because you'll see as we fold this up, this is kind of dynamic. I don't know exactly what size I'm going to end up as for this. But this one, I started out with a piece of designer series paper that was 8 by 12 because I wanted it to be at least 6 inches tall. So that part's right. And then the fold, this ends up at, 4 1/4. I was originally hoping for 4 by 6, But I realized too late, like when I fold this over and leave this gap, that makes this layer wider. So you'll see what I mean. So let's get into the actually making it part, because it's cool. Now I'm going to use the art gallery papers. So I really like this. And then I just grabbed some other pieces that coordinate to do our little inserts. So I've got pumpkin pie, so saffron, pool party, and pretty peacock. So on the back of these papers, they list Night of Navy and pool party. They don't list pretty peacock, but look how perfectly that matches. Now this is a retired ink color, but I do have a few sheets left, so that worked out. All right, now, like I said, I started out with an 8x12 piece last time, and the more I thought about it, I want to start with a 7.5 by, I want this one to be 5.5. So I'm going to go 7.5 by 11, because I do want the option to mail this one. So I want it to be able to fit in a medium envelope. So let's first decide 7.5. It seems like these flowers go in all directions. Maybe this is upside down, but I think I could go this way. So if your paper has a direction, a pattern, you want to pay attention to that. And I got to tell you, as I'm looking on my screen on the iPad, like there's some different choices up here from Facebook. So I think they have done something different. So if I don't see your comments right away, I am trying to pay attention. View more video details. That's just weird. All right, 7.5. And I'm going to save this because I just don't know what I'm going to do with that later. 7.5 by 11. Okay. Now the gist of this is we're going to fold it up once. This is going to give us our back pocket, and then we're folding it over, and that'll give us our side pocket, and then we'll fold the other piece down for that front pocket. So first off, I want to fold it this way. Now you don't need to use your scoreboard, but why not, right? So this is 11, so I'm going to score it at 5.5. And I'm actually going to score it on both sides. And then let's just give it one more. Because I do want a nice, crisp fold. And I'm going to have to keep moving my scoring board out of the way, because I want to fold this down nice. You want crisp, tight folds. All right. And that looks like it's not quite lining up. I feel like something's crooked too. Is it me again? I feel like this paper is crooked. Okay. All right, now we want to fold it in half this way. Oh wait, no wait. This is where I'm not using the scoreboard. This is where I'm going to come in and hand fold it. Okay, and I want, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, a finger's width. I want that much of a gap, and then now I really gotta press and score this. This is what's going to make our side pocket. Okay, so we've got we folded it up in half, exactly in half, then we eyeball and fold it over. Now if you wanted this to be like a left side opening pocket, you would have folded it over this way. All right, so I'm just making it the same way I did my sample. All right, now see how this peeks out a little bit? That's just the nature of all this paper being bunched up. But don't worry about that, because next, let me bring this back in. We need our corner pocket. So to do that, I want to fold this under. But to really get at it good, I've got to take everything out. And then I'm just eyeballing. I'm taking it up to the seam, up to that fold. And if it doesn't quite get there, that's okay too. All right. So here's our pockets, and it does seem a little tight up in this area right here. I'm just gonna have to really burnish that down. So for tape, I'm gonna put tape, or actually glue, right down here because we want to make our back pocket first. All right, let me squeeze these down some more. I really want this nice and flat. And then if there's anything like that doesn't quite add up, I'm gonna go and trim it. See this little edge right here? Okay, and then I have a feeling, yep, same thing on the back. So I like projects like this that are not necessarily just for journaling or scrapbooking, but you can use it for gift giving. You know, you can put gift cards in here. Your inserts can be a card and then gift cards attached, or checks, or lots of little notes. Like, we can do a lot with it. Okay, so pocket. First, our pocket here. I'm not really worried about glue on this side because this whole mechanism of folding it over is going to keep that in place. But I do want glue here. Now, what I've learned, I've been doing a lot of research and Googling because I love these things. Liquid glue is your best bet for these pockets, and that is because the glue dries clear, but it's still flexible. But more importantly, it dries completely. It completely dries. So if you were to use tape of any kind, whether it's the tear and tape or the sticky strip, innately the side of it has a little bit of sticky to it. So when you're trying to put stuff in here, it's always going to catch on the side of that sticky bit part. So that's why I keep seeing recommendations to use the liquid glue for all this, and I like it anyway, so why not? All right, so this, I'm happy with that, and nothing squirted out, and so that's good. Now I want to glue this piece and this side here, but before that, I want to staple this closed for that front pocket, and that's just because I like the staples. All right, so that keeps that front pocket contained. And now we'll add just a thin line as close to the edge as I can get, where it'll still be sticky. It'll still, you know, take it, but not squirt out the sides, which I just did. Okay, man, so I'm not seeing any comments, and I don't know if that's because, oh wait, somebody is commenting. This is so weird. Oh, oops. All right, I've done something now. How do I make that go away? Oh, okay. Hide. View more video details. Oh, Lord. I should not have clicked that. All right. Okay, I'm back. So it looks like, it appears that I cannot see any comments. And I'm not real happy with that, but so I guess I'll have to answer your questions or comments later. I knew something looked different. Ugh. All right. Plus, every time I go on Facebook lately, if I try to view comments later, it's trying to take me to some business, something or other, or creator studio, and I just don't know. It looks different. I don't know what's going on with that. All right, more to figure out later. Okay, so we've got our base of the pocket here. So our back pocket, which I do want to go in with a corner rounder, just to take this little notch out so we can get something back there. And I keep my 1-inch punch handy. And so I'm just going to slide this in between the pocket. All right, get that in there. And I'm just going to eyeball for middle-ish. And we get what we get. Close enough. All right. Now for inserts, this is just so fun. I love this project. Love it, love it. I need my ruler. So I didn't know, I didn't want to say, you know, let's have the same measurements as this, because I didn't know how this was going to end up. All right, so this I can tell is a little bit tighter, but it'll work. Okay, so this piece is 3.5 by 5.5. I'm surprised the 5.5 fits because, okay, it's poking up a little bit. So I might go 3.5 by 5.25. Let me write this down. 3.5 by 5.25. Oh, and you can see I jammed my finger yesterday. That's nice having some extra skin there. All right, 3.5 by 5.25. And so now I'll bring over my scrap pieces. I actually am finished with my scoring tool. So what do I want to use for the back pocket? What color? I could go with the peacock, so let's do it. So I'm gonna layer this again. So I'll cut both pieces 3.5 by 5.25, 3.5 by 5.25, 3.5, 5.25, and then my layer piece will be a little bit smaller. So that'll be, let's go down 3/16. So 5 1/16, 3.5 minus 1, 2, 3, 16. So that is 5/16. All right. Oop. Oh, that totally, I went the wrong way. 3.5. Did I cut this one wrong? All right, I cut my peacock wrong. Oy. All right, I'm still gonna go with it. So that was 3.25. So now it's 3 1/16 for this piece. I am off to a great start. And I do have to keep track of time because I have a 12 o'clock webinar. So this was 3.25 by 5.25, and then peacock, and then down 3/16. Okay. Now I'm not going to do a lot of stamping on these tags right now because I really don't know. I mean, I was going to use this art gallery. You know what? Yeah, let's just do it. Do it. I wasn't convinced that I was going to do this for a, you know, like a birthday or something to just stick in a journal. Undecided. But it seems that I really should just make some kind of decisions, right? All right. Now on my prototype, I used a couple of different sets, like to add some backgrounds. But we're just gonna do like flower backgrounds. We're gonna use everything from this art gallery set. Man, I can't tell you how disappointing this is that I can't see any comments. I don't like this new change. It's strange, and I really feel bad that I can't see anything that's going on. So, boo. All right, let's put this on. And then I need one more for this. All right. Now, Pretty Peacock, I never had that full-size ink pad. So I have a spot, or I can use Versamark for stamping on the peacock bits. All right. So for the back, I'm going to go with some Versamark stamping. The back of our like this little tag. And then I'm going to add some of these little ones, just because this goes, the tone on tone, it would be the same if I was using the Pretty Peacock Stampin' Spot, but it just goes a lot quicker. All right, so that'll be the back of our tag. And then on the front, I want one of these little ones. I want to leave room for writing on it, mostly. All right, I'm going to stamp off, because I just want to do that. And I'm going to do 2 of those. So other news while I am stamping is we are gearing up for another a summer camp class for Stamping Good Times. So that will be probably in July, near the end of July. We're still working out details, but it's going to be smaller than our mega camp. The mega camp was actually 3 classes in one. This is going to be smaller. It's going to be 1 class. And I think we may have some other optional ones. But coming soon. All details coming soon for that. And I mean like in the next week or 2. Like we're moving pretty quick. All right. So let me clean this off real quick. And I want to add some of these little bits. Now I don't know if these are supposed to be used, this little one inside here, but I always do. Who's it hurting? No one. All right, and my cleaner seems to have broken. I don't know if anybody else gets this too, but when I take these pads out and put them in the dishwasher, they start curling up, and then I get little cracks here because I'm trying to force it to stay down, and it doesn't like it. All right, just adding a little bit of tape. Okay. Now for ribbon on this one, I like the style that I used on the prototype, where I fish some ribbon through and then I tie something smaller around it. Ooh, that wants to keep coming undone as I pull it. Let me retie this. So this, I had some of that gauze, it was from the holiday catalog, I think, or no, Forever Greenery, that ribbon suite. And then the Cajun Baker's Twine came from the fall catalog. But I tied it in a knot first, and then make a bow. And there we go. I think just from constantly pulling it up and down out of the thing, I keep catching it. All right, oops, I need my hole puncher. Okay, so see, I can see that there's 5 or 6 of you here, and but I can't see any comments, which is, like I said, disappointing. Don't know what I've done wrong, other than woke up. All right, now what colors? So this part I did not really have all thought out, because I was more worried about making the cute pocket part. So right now we're working on the tag that's going on this back pocket of our triple pocket. I want some of that. So our colors: Saffron, Pumpkin Pie, Pool Party. Just looking, what do I have that would be close? Saffron, Saffron, Pool Party. Nope. That, nope. Beep. Actually, some of this Blushing Bride. That's actually going to work. Okay. So we'll use some of that, and then some of the lace, and some of this embroidered stuff. Okay. All right, we got it. And then again, this old Cajun craze, that's not going to look bad with those colors. So, all right, we're doing it. So I think I will start with this thicker embroidery trim or embroidered ribbon. And I'm just eyeballing like that much. I love this suite of stuff. I had a hard time picking which paper I wanted to use for this. All right, so I just pull this through. Make sure the sides are all going the same direction. And then I will pull off a length of this Cajun Craze baker's twine, and I'm going to double it up. And I'm just eyeballing, what do I need to make a bow? All right, I'll throw that down there. Same as I did before. So I'm going to start around the back side, and I'm going to tie it in a knot first. And then we'll tie it in a bow. Yeah, hopefully Gail or Sue are watching, and you guys can tell me later if you had noticed anything different. I know, Gail, you've had your own issues with Facebook lately, but this is weird not being able to see comments. Oh, you know what? Duh, I didn't even think maybe I could just like go out and come back in. Way to go, Toni. All right, let's try it. Because this really is frustrating not being able to see if there's anything I can be answering. Ugh, that's not it. Here we go. Play. Here we go. Okay. Why didn't I think of that before? All right. We're all back. Good morning. Or good afternoon. We're halfway through. Jeez. All right. So tying this in a bow, just like tying your shoes. And I do tend to tie my bows upside down. Did you notice that I flipped it around? That's just me. That's how I get a better bow tied, and then the things lay down the right way. All right, so this is the card that I want to go in the back. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then the idea is you pull it up that way. And I am going to leave these super long for now. I just like it. I love it, really. Come on now. All right, where's the sample? So here's our sample, and let me put our other back pocket piece back in. Now we've got this side piece. So we've got this side pocket here. And actually, nope, there's just one. Okay, I'm thinking there could be two pockets, but I forgot this front one. All right, so our side piece, I measured it, and I do keep this other pocket in here the whole time now while I'm building up, because it does, as it makes it thicker, like this pocket gets tighter because of stuff in this pocket. It's just weird. All right, so I'm gonna say about, let's go 4 3/4, and then I'm just gonna put my ruler down here, and that's at what, 3 1/2. So let's start with that. 3 1/2. So this is the back pocket. This will be the side pocket. So we said 3 1/2 by, and I already forgot. I think we said 4 3/4. 4 3/4. And am I going to layer this one? I think so. Yep, for more journaling. So then we'll add another piece of white, and I will go make that one down 3/16. I like that measurement. Okay, so for this one, so we've got the peacock here. I think I'm going to want pumpkin pie for our side pocket. Let me see, I do have this other little piece of pool party, but that is not wide enough. Nope. Okay, so pumpkin pie it is. And let me bring out my cutter. I tell you, there are so many rabbit holes you can go down with all these like pockets, tags, paper clips, like all sorts of little stuff you can make. All right, 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Let me focus on one thing. 4 3/4, 3 1/2. And before I go any further, I will test this. That's going in pretty easily. Okay, we'll go with it. So, where's my scrap of white? 4 3/4, 3 1/2. All right, so again, I'm going to go down 4 3/4. I'm going to go down 3/16. So 1, 2, 3. And then 3 1/2, and the same thing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Laura, I'm surprised you're still working from home. I mean, that's cool if you're still doing that and you like it. All right, and this will go on the back. And I'm gonna do a bigger flower this time. Pumpkin pie. Just for the front part right here. All right, let's start with this guy, pumpkin pie, and I'm going to stamp it off. I'm going to do that over in this corner so we get something lighter. And actually, I'm going to put this over here on this side. I just want a little something. And then we'll do full strength, and you may have to see the top of my bangs because I gotta hover over this. All right, let's hope that was good enough. Yep. I like it. I like it. And I do want to clean these as I go. Now, so this is going to go, our journaling bit will go on the back side. I do want a little something here. So like on this one, I layered a little something and did some of these butterflies and that business. But for this one, I want to add a little bit of, I have scraps from this paper. So we have this piece that I cut off. I'm actually going to just put that off to the side because I will make something entirely different from that. But I have another pile of scraps. So I want to go to that pile and, ooh, that looks pretty. Yeah. I also like this yellow. Actually, there's too many good choices. Let's bring this back in because I don't want anything that's going to clash. So that, nah. I think this will look good though. I like that yellow. So I'm just going to tape this on. And it is hanging off the top. So I'm just going to tape this on the side, like a little, I know I've made cards this way, and then I'll just cut this off. And I may use this. So see on this one, I just took, this was a scrap of cardstock, and I folded it in half, stapled it on, and that's our little pull part. All right. Yeah. I am liking this. So this will go back here. When we pull this out, actually, let's use this. So we've got similar. So all I did, let's fold it in half. just eyeballing, like, is this going to be, yeah, let's trim it off just a little bit. All right. And now work that. Boop, boop, boop. And let's just put it right here. And you don't need a ton of tape because I am going to staple it again. So let's just do something just to hold it in place. And if you wanted to keep it like loopy, that's up to you. I'm just going to flat smash it and then bring my stapler in. I love it, love it, love it. All right, and then that'll go. And I feel like I need something there. Oh, you know what? I think last time I attached this part before, I'm gonna need liquid glue now, before I stapled. Way to go. Now I'm putting this glue because that will stick better over top of those staples. If I just put tape, it would totally pull up. So let me just press this down for a minute. It's interesting what you learn about different adhesives. Like when something is, you should use something versus another product. It's just weird. So many choices. All right, I'm good with that. Now I think I was going to use this as to send to somebody. So I want to use the words like friend and hello and happy. Let's do happy for this one. Because remember, I want a little something right here. Happy, happy, happy. And these are virgin stamps. This is the new Biggest Wish set, which I love. I love the fonts, the differences. This bigger, bold one, and then the handwriting one. Happy, happy. Okay. So I'm going to use this big happy. And I'm going to stamp on a... this will work. Perfect. I just wanted a little scrap of something. All right, sticky, sticky. Let's go with the peacock. And I'm just going to hand cut this and layer it probably on a piece of Pool Party. And that's going to be a lot of colors on there, but it's going to work. All right, so I'm just going to press and hold this down for a minute. Not really a minute. I can see I got a little bubble over here at the bottom of the H. Blemish, but still good enough. All right. So I'm just not bothering to put this in my trimmer. I'm just gonna trim it by hand. All right, happy. And like I said, I want to put this on a little bit of Pool Party. So let's just tape that down. And then I'm going to add some gems because I love these gilded gems. I think it was part of in the product suite. I can't remember, from the mini catalog. I love it. All right, and before I also want to write, so I'm going to say, happy, you make me. And I don't think I have a stamp handy. So what I do for this sometimes is I keep a journaler, just a black journaling pen. And you could spell it out. You could make a little label with it. Ooh, that would be a good idea. The squeezy label, you make me. You know what? Time out. Let me go get that. because this is going to look cute. All right, and 20 minutes left. Okay. So happy you make me. And what color is loaded in this right now? Black. This blue I feel is not the right color. Burgundy or this yellow, that might be interesting. The yellow might be, I don't know about that. I don't know how I'm feeling about that. How do you guys feel about the yellow versus the black? The green, not feeling it. The blue, I'm definitely not feeling. So it's either yellow or black with this happy. So I've got pumpkin pie, saffron, pool party. What's the other color? Pretty peacock or black. Let me do a refresh. Nope. All right, I'm going to go with black. Because I think it's a generic, you know, like it's a neutral. So let's do this. You and then I like to give it 2 squeezes in between words when I know I'm going to cut them up. You make me. All right, and where's our cut? I think this label maker is so cool. I found it from one of the like Facebook groups for sale. That U, that's kind of close though. Let me redo the U. Let's hit that some. That was too close to the edge. Y O U and then cut. There we go. All right, you make me happy. And I am doing these, gluing these down flat just because of sliding this in as the pocket. I don't want anything to catch. All right, and let's cut these. Now, even though these are sticky, I am going to put more liquid glue on them because A, I don't know how old this tape is. B, I've never found it to be sticky enough on paper. You make me happy. All right, now I might need a poker tool to get these started. I don't know if my fingernails are going to do it. Nope, let's just try it this way. Let's try the least frustrating way. How about that? Yeah, someone sent me an email the other day about the adhesive sheets that I used on, I think it was on the napkin cards a bunch of, like last fall, how they have the little tabs that makes it easier to pull off. And she asked if the current ones have that tab. And sadly, I do not know because I don't have the current adhesive sheets from Stampin' Up. The ones I have are a couple years old. Okay. Jeez. I feel like I need tweezers too. All right. Phew. You make me frustrated. No, I'm kidding. All right, so just a little bit of glue. And I'm not worried that that squeezed out some. All right, and then when we finish this, we're going to make a tag for the front. And then we'll be finished. And then I will give you a little sneak peek at next week. Oh, which reminds me, my poll is still up over in Toni's Stamping and Sharing group. I want you to go pick one. You're trying to guess what is my favorite new stamp set from the new catalog. And there were 65 new stamp sets, but I grabbed down 20 of them and I already typed them in there. So you just click on it. And I will close that poll on Wednesday night. And then I will announce the winner on Thursday next week. So you make me happy. All right. Let's see if this will go a little quicker. Nope. Man. And this is the start of my day, so I hope it only gets better. All right. Ugh. There we go. All right. You make me happy, finally. And I like it all staggered and wonky just because I do like that style, but then I don't worry so much about trying to make sure everything is like perfectly straight and lined up. If it's all cockeyed and wonky on purpose, that's so much easier. All right, and now I want to bring in some, I want to use some of those gold gem, the gilded gems. I think I was calling them gold gems before. Gilded gems. I love these things. I really wish they made these in silver too. I like that they are sturdy. They're thick. I like them. 3 different sizes. Oops. All right, so I want a big one. And how about a small one? Usually I would go groups of 3, but in this case I just want it like over in that area, because remember, we're gonna possibly, whoever I send this to, you know, might be doing some journaling, or I might be doing some journaling, right? Writing on the back, you make me happy. I love it. Okay, so we've got this tag in our back pocket with the little flowers at the bottom. We've got this tag, and then this is going to slide right in. I feel like I need to let this dry some more. But so that scooches in there. Yep. All right, now let me just double check, because I wanted this to be mailable, remember? So we're right at 4 inches wide. Good. And I was wondering that because if I want this to poke out a little bit, it'll still fit in the envelope. Perfect. All right, now I want one more tag in the front. And I just need to get some of these, some of this garbage out of the way. Now the front tag, I'm thinking pool party or saffron. I haven't used saffron yet. And it's pretty deep because this goes all the way to the bottom. So I could have this be 4 3/4 by 2.5. Let's do it. How wide is this? I do like pool party. 2 3/4. All right, I just changed my mind again. We're just gonna go pool party. 2.5 by, I said 4 3/4, right? So front 2.5 by 4 3/4. And this one, I'm not going to do any layering or anything on it. I mean, a white, you know, piece on the back. So 2.5 by 4 3/4. 4 3/4. Actually, I think the only layering I might do, let's do some embossing. So 2.5, 4 3/4. Then let's cut this down 1/4 inch. So 4 5/8. 2.5, so this will be 2.25. And again, this was just on the fly for this. But I do have my embossing. I just got 2 new embossing folders. Well, I mean, they're not new, but they're new to me, these little ones. So let's see, what do I need for embossing? I know I need the base plate. Insert embossing folders. Okay, 1 and 3. So I just need these 2 plates. All right. So what I'm going to do for this tag is emboss this top layer. And then have that in there. That does seem like a lot of blue, doesn't it? So saffron. I think I may have changed my mind again. This is the last time. 2.5 by 4 3/4. All right, 4 3/4, 2.5. And then I'm going to do the smaller layer 1/4 inch down. So we're doing 2 1/4, 4 1/2. All right, let's take a look at this. So this will be layered and embossed, and then it'll go in here. Okay, I think I like that better because this way that's just too much blue. See what I'm saying? Save that. All right, emboss this little piece. Let's bring my little cut and emboss. Every time I have to blow the dust off of it. It's not really dust, it's like paper, you know, little dust bits, because this sits right in front of on the floor right in front of my trash can. All right, so I'm putting the embossing folder in here. I was hoping for a lot more of these smaller embossing folders, and I mean, we have a couple new ones. They're just not my favorite, if I'm being honest. And the only reason I got this one because the only other ones I had were from the holiday catalog, which they canceled. I mean, they didn't carry over, but they're so useful. All right, so we've got this. Just put these bits right back here within reach. Now this, I want it to have a little bit more color. Like a little, let's go for some tone on tone direct to paper. So I'm just going to take my So Saffron ink pad, and I re-inked these, it may have been 2 months ago now, and I think I overdid it. They're super juicy. So I just want to touch, like, see how much I get just from touching it? And that's all I wanted, was to darken that up some. But these are very, very inky. All right, but that is perfect. That's just what I wanted. All right, where'd my glue go? Right here. So I'm just going to glue this on, So Saffron layer, and I'm not like making fancy corners or anything, just straight corners. All right, and I do want a little bit of something, just a little strip or a little piece of the background paper. Blue. I like that orange. What's on the back of this one? Oh, a lighter blue. I kind of want this to tie in with the front. And then I want a lighter shade. I think this one. Actually, I want to rip it towards me so I get that white edge on top. And these are, I'm just going to staple these on just as a little bit of interest. At an angle maybe. Stapler. Oh, right here. Okay. And then I'm going to glue those down. The staple was, I mean, to hold them down, but also like just decorative purposes. So I'm gluing these. I just don't want them flopping up. Okay. And then ribbon. So I had pulled this Blushing Bride ribbon, which I believe this is on the last chance list from the holiday, or the spring catalog, the June through January catalog. I wanted to use this, but now I'm thinking that's too many colors. I don't like it. So we'll put that back in the bin. And then I had pulled out this lacy stuff. I like this. Okay. Yep. All right. And so I'm going to punch one little hole right in the middle. Now this time I'm going to do the style of ribbon where we feed it through. Let me show you. So we'll make a loop, fold it in half, make a loop. And then get your finger out of there. It shouldn't be that hard. All right, I pinch this together and twist it, ball it up. I'm going to go in through the front of my tag. Ooh, a couple minutes. All right, we are down to it. My webinar starts right at 12, so. All right. Ooh, I forgot to tell you. So push it through. Open this loop with your left hand. Take these tails, flip them over with your right, and grab it. And we want to pull it through. And then I lay it down, and I'm pulling from the base, like pulling here, because I want that loop to get as tight as I can to the top. I like it. I like it. This is all a bunch of mix-matchy stuff, but I love all of it. And these ones I am going to trim a little bit, because those were a little bit out of control. I am liking it. What is this catching on? Oh, you know what? It's catching on the back of where this pocket, where that was flipped over. I'm going to have to put that right there. Okay, so the final bit, which I'm going to have to do, I don't think I have time to do this. I wanted to add a little something for the front. And so on this I said, you make me so happy, or you make me happy. I think I want to do just like friend, hello friend on here. Ugh. Hello friend. So I want, what do I want to be bigger? I want friend to be bigger. All right. So friend, and then I will cut that out, and hello. Cut it out and layer it. Okay. All right, so I've got a friend. Doop. And then we've got the hello. And I need a piece of white. And my colors. I think I want friend in the pumpkin pie. No, pool party. Let's go with pool party. See how juicy? And my pads are the old, before they put the defoaming agent into the ink. So sometimes I'll get bubbles. And that's just me, because I didn't want to switch over to the new pads. I really like the old ones better. All right, and then we'll do hello. Hello, friend. And I can overlap this some. I think that's why I love this Biggest Wish. Ooh. Love it. All right, now I did bring in some dies. that I thought might work. These are the Tasteful Labels dies. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. I had the Stitch So Sweetly also. No, we're just going to go with this one because frankly, I am out of time. All right, let's bring this back up, and now I need the cutting plates. I think I can be just a few minutes late, but they do actually know, even though it's a webinar, they know who was on there and who wasn't. I mean, that's kind of good. Then they can keep track, but kind of bad when I'm trying to be like sneaking in. All right, so we'll do this hello, and I do want a little post-it note just so this doesn't move, because I tell you, if this ended up being crooked, I would be more than perturbed. All right, we're gonna put this through, and then I'm gonna put some more gilded gems on the front, because why not? All right. Yeah, it's my husband. All right, so I want to pop this up with some dimensionals. Hello, friend. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Let's use a lot of dimensionals because what? No saggy bits. So again, I love this project because it's not just like a journaling thing or a scrapbooking thing. It can be a card thing. It could be a send your friend something. And you could put other things in these pockets. Like you want to put little drink mixes or some candy or, you know, something flat that would go in there. Go for it. I just think it's a great project for that. You have a lot of options. All right, I want, medium one there. And then we'll do two little ones. We'll do a little one here. And I kind of want that there. And then I'll move that one right there. Okay. So I love it. So we've got our mailable, it's a floating triple pocket. So here's our pocket number 1, and then we can write stuff on the back. Here's pocket number 2, our side pocket, you make me happy. And then some more journaling. And then our third pocket, get these all out of the way, in the back for some even more journaling. Sweet. All right, now before I go, let me just say next week I'm going to be doing something with pearlized papers, and I've got some swaps I'm working on. This is just to give you a hint. I'm going to show you how to make this background. This will be one of the techniques that I'm going to show you next week with the pearlized paper. Okay, so I think that's it. Vote in the poll, and I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye.